Yamaha YDP143 and 163. What is the difference? Now, the main difference between these two pianos is the key mechanism that they use. Now, while both of them do have what we call a weighted key mechanism, that's to say they feel just like a real piano to play, the 143 uses what we call the GHS, which is graded hammer standard, and the 163 uses what we call the GH3. This is graded hammer, but the 3 means that it's got 3 sensors in there, as opposed to the GHS, which has only got 2 sensors. Now, with digital pianos, the more sensors you have, the better, because it means there are more places where the piano can detect variations in the sensitivity with which you play, thereby producing a different sound and making the whole experience of playing much more authentic and like the real thing. So the GH3 mechanism is definitely an upgrade from the GHS found on the 143. Now, the other big difference is actually in the material that the keys are made out of. On the 143, the keys, or the black ones anyway, have a matte black finish on them, but on the 163 it's synthetic ivory. Of course, real ivory not used anymore, but synthetic ivory is a good alternative. Well, why is it a good thing? Well, it's good because your fingers don't get quite so clammy on the keys as they do with plastic ones, so when you're playing quick passages in particular, it's very, very good at making that, again, a little bit more authentic. Now, a few other differences between these two models is the speakers. 143 has 2 little 6-watt speakers, which is fine. It's still, enough volume to disturb your neighbours if they're near enough, but the 163 has 2 20-watt speakers. Now, larger speakers are better, I think, because for the player sat there playing, again, it's to do with more nuance being able to be expressed by the piano coming from your fingertips. So the bigger the speakers, it means you can get a nice, richer, bassier sound, and you can get a little bit more crispiness and clarity on the top end. So larger speakers, definitely better. The other difference is the colours that they're available in. As you've probably seen, you can get both models in rosewood, black walnut and white, but the 163 does come in an additional colour, which is the white ash. And if you want to see what that looks like, I've got a Clavinova behind me just here. This is white ash. There you go. So you can get the 163 in white ash as well. So apart from that, the differences aren't really huge. You've got slightly different cabinet design on the 163. It's got a little bit of a raised top on it. It's ever so slightly heavier, but not by an amount that you'd notice. And in summary, they're both just very, very good pianos, but it's likely that the YDP163 is going to have a bit of longevity if you're a beginner. It's the kind of thing that you probably still have in 6-7 years if you were progressing at a decent speed. On our website and on our YouTube channel, there's loads of videos where we compare these instruments and we go into them in much, much more detail. Also on Facebook. If you have any questions whatsoever, just leave them in the comment section below. I hope this has been useful for you.